The famous Goose Inn Wawa. We drove through here a few times on our way to the west coast. The town is actually halfway between Toronto and the Manitoba border. Today we came to Wawa to fill up the jeep and get some refreshments. Welcome to our escapades. Ursula is the navigator, my name is Dieter and I'm the wheelman. Our primary focus were the many waterfalls between here and Sault Ste. Marie. So let's start the journey with the Scenic High Falls just south of Wawa. With a height of 25 meters and a width of just over 40 meters, the sight and sound is amazing. The Harris Hydro Generating Station controls the water flow as shown on this big danger sign. We were reading up on the history and enjoyed our lunch. There are two more waterfalls on the Magpie River. The Silver Fall across the lake and the Mission Falls that can be accessed from the road. The path to this fall is rough and possibly not an official access point. No fences and a little surprise. That proves that there are fish in these waters. On the way in, we noticed the endless blueberry fields as well as the sign of the Algoma Highlands wild blueberry farm. We came here to explore, and so we did. Actually, I volunteered Ursula. She tasted the blueberry, strawberry and strawberry rhubarb wine. She liked them all, so we got one bottle each.
They're all interesting.
On the way back from Wawa, we stopped at the Pinguisibi Trail in the Lake Superior Provincial Park. We didn't think much of the waterfall first, but they do go on and on for several hundred meters. These are only the first set of falls. More rapids, falls and quiet sections are further up. It was 6:30 by the time we wandered the lower section. What we liked most? No fences and climbing up the falls on the rocks. We already talked about the Chippewa Falls in our previous video. This is the third waterfall on the way from Wawa to Sault Ste. Marie right along Highway 17. All the falls we visited so far are accessible by car. We found a trail on the map that may get us as close as possible to the Agawa Canyon Park. The sign promised a narrow and rough road for the next 19 kilometers. Perfect. Exactly what we were after. Air down the tires to get a smoother ride and get this show on the road. Less than 10 minutes later, a gate. The road was closed and nature took over. We had no choice and turned around. Now pump up the tires. That was not very exciting. After closer examination, there is a teensy-weensy dot which makes this trail 1.9 kilometers. Not all of our off-road trips were a bust. The Batchawana Falls was a success both from an off-road and waterfall point of view. As soon as we left the highway, the side trails were blocked with a pile of dirt and a private property sign was posted. It was not the first time that we saw these signs, but a few kilometers in, the Crown Land sign showed up. Phew, what a relief. Then we saw a more familiar sign. Roads and bridges beyond this point not maintained. Now we're talking. Based on our research, we knew that there is a waterfall somewhere here. Holding on to the rope, we descended towards the river. The waterfall was not far upstream. This part of the river was calm and absolutely beautiful. Time to take out the gold pan and see what comes out. We still had to make our way to the waterfall. Thanks to the rope I attached to a tree, the ascent was easy and safe. A short distance up the road, we could hear the water rushing. Out of the jeep, a few steps into the forest, and we saw rapids, but not a waterfall yet. We could not go upstream in the water, so back to the road and find another way to the waterfall. Ursula got a view from an almost impossible angle. Yeah, she was secured with the rope. The second waterfall is more tricky. There is no way to get a clear shot of the fall unless you make use of a safety rope. One thing that really puzzles me: why do people throw out cans? I guess some people are just pigs and don't belong in the outdoors. I got a good foothold to see the waterfall in its full glory. It may be possible to paddle up to the bottom of the fall if you don't mind lugging the canoe or kayak from the road down to the water. Now back again, climbing the 2 steps of the makeshift ladder. And we ventured forward. Then every off-roader's dream became our reality.
Ah, cool. Yeah, bridge removed.
I could not have said it any better. Shortly after, a lot of scratching. I installed the limb lifter to keep the branches away from the windshield and the off-road lights. Both are expensive to replace, and the wire really does a great job. Then a washout where the road was missing. And again, bridge removed. The big clunk was from the hitch receiver that I forgot to remove. Busy place here. We asked them for the trail conditions beyond this point. They suggested to walk. The waterfall is only 100 meters ahead of us. And so it was. Waterfall number 3. Time to turn around and have a closer look at the removed bridge. No doubt, there was a bridge here. It is late in the afternoon. The last sun rays light up the colorful trees. It is a very slow drive back. After all, we had to stop and enjoy the colors and the sound of the forest. We entered mile 38 road late in the afternoon. First of all, the colors are more intense when the sun is setting. And second, we planned to return in the dark.
Oh, entering Crown Line again.
We had to see the moon and we needed a video with the rigid DSS Pro lights in the native environment, the off-roads. It is now 1 hour after sunset and the sky looks brighter through the lens. For the naked eye, it was pitch black. The rigid lights are illuminating the road ahead of us as well as the sides. Some of the LED lights point to the side, which makes a big difference. They may be a bit pricey, but the single lamp set is really all we need for a comfortable and safe drive on these remote roads. We also have lights on the side of the Jeep. They are turned on when we set up a camp in the dark. The Goulais River promised another stunning waterfall. Almost impossible to miss the falls, but some scrambling through the woods may be required. It was also an amazing place to relax, and I tried my luck with fishing. Please hit the subscribe button and explore Canada with us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.